Over the last couple of years, we've heard a lot about a coming recession and a housing market crash. Of course, none of that's materialized. Part of the reason may be that we still have incredibly low unemployment. We're adding jobs to the economy, and the jobs that we're adding are paying more than they were before. Is this what's fueling the economy? Is this what's making it so that buyers are continue to go out there and snatch up the homes at this incredibly historic low inventory levels? Stick around, we're gonna break these numbers down today. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is your Central Maine realtor, Nick Isgro with eXp Realty. And as I just stated, today we're gonna look at some interesting statistics that have come out looking at unemployment rates, looking at wage growth. Then we're going to look at what's actually happening right here in Central Maine and figure out if this is why we continue to see such a robust housing market in spite of low inventory. Before I get into that, I want to welcome you here to the channel. If you've never been here before, we cover all things real estate here in the state of Maine, but particularly right here in the Central Maine market. Now, if that's of interest to you or adds value to your process in the buying and selling of homes, do me a favor, go ahead and like this video, hit subscribe, knock that little alarm bell. You'll be notified every time we put out new content. Now, jumping right back into the topic here, when we're talking about low unemployment, if we're talking about job growth, if we're talking about wage growth, these are all great things if you're looking to sell your home. And frankly, they're great things if you're looking to buy a home too, because you're on that flip side of that scenario where you're in the job market looking for the good job at a higher wage where you can afford a home. I want to start this by looking at the unemployment rate, which actually dipped in the month of July. Take a look at this chart that I bring up right now. This is a chart of unemployment over the last several years. First thing I want you to look at is look at the trend line that it shows between 1948 and 2023. The average unemployment rate here in the United States was about 5.7%. What did we just dip to last month? 3.5%. And look at that trend. You can see there in the green, the blue, it's been this way for quite some time now. So what does this mean in practical terms when we're looking at the unemployment rate? Well, essentially what a low unemployment rate means is that people who are in the economy now and they're looking for a job, most of those people are going to find a job. Now, if you're finding a job, you're going to have a steady income. If you have a steady income, more likely that you're going to start looking at buying a house, particularly when we look at the rental market craziness that we see right now. But it is that stability in the marketplace that's allowing buyers to continue to enter into the marketplace, continue to look around and say, you know what, we want to participate in that home ownership. We have a steady income, let's go for it. Now, here's the thing with these statistics. It's a road I've gone down a lot myself in the past as well, which is, okay, great, you're saying that the unemployment rate is low, that people are finding jobs, but they're probably all menial jobs, they're probably all low-paying jobs. That's actually not the case right now, and this is what makes the unemployment rate so interesting. Without it, it's kind of a hard number to quantify, but the wage growth is where the real magic happens. Take a look at this graph right here. This is average hourly earnings for the American worker over the last couple of years. As you can see right from the title, we've had a 4.4% increase from last year, but look at the trend. It has continued to climb month over month, year over year. The wage growth continues to go up. Now, anecdotally, I can tell you that I'm out right now with a lot of first-time home buyers who frankly can afford 2 or 3 times the house that I could have when I was their age. I've been asking myself a lot, geez, is the job market that different? Apparently it is. So, we talk about inflation, we talk about interest rates, we talk about pricing and things like that, and people are asking, how is it that with supply and demand being where they are, where the demand is high and the supply is low, prices go up, how can people afford it? Well, people are still coming into the marketplace because on average, with low unemployment, their wages are continuing to go up. So when I first saw this article, I thought it was pretty interesting, but it's like, what's really going on in Maine? Sometimes it's really hard when we're looking at these national statistics, national trends to say, does this really apply in Maine? Because every state is different, every local market is different. So take a look at this article. It actually just came out last week from the Bangor Daily News. And the title of the article is that Mainers are vetting workplaces more before accepting job offers. So how is it we're in a place where Mainers are going out and actually vetting the workplace, not just having the workplace vet the employee, but employees saying, you know what, Is this a place I want to work? What's the culture like here? What is it people like? Is this a place I'm going to want to stay? Is there a chance for longevity, a chance for growth? Well, that only happens in a job market where the employers are seeking employees. Hence, this is the part where that low unemployment rate comes into effect right here in the state of Maine. Now, the article goes on to state that not only are Mainers being more picky about the jobs they're choosing, but that they're actually asking for higher salaries than they were even a year ago. This was the most interesting part of the article. Now, the article does go on to state that Mainers are still lagging a little bit behind the national numbers as far as average salaries and average wage, but compared to a year ago, Mainers are asking for more money in their paychecks before accepting the job. So this article was kind of a clear indication to me that some of what we're seeing on these national trends is in fact playing out here in the state of Maine. And that is why if you're looking to buy a home, we continue to see buyers coming into the market. Despite of interest rates, in spite of low inventory, buyers are coming in. Inventory obviously remains low right now, and so prices are remaining high. But this is how they can afford the home. Now, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of thoughts and commentary on this. Would love to hear what you guys think. What has your experience been? I don't care what side of the issue you're on, what side of the economy you're on, what side of the housing market you're on. Would love to get your predictions, your thoughts, your comments. Go ahead, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you there. Of course, if you are looking for a professional to guide you through this crazy market right now and get you into that dream home, all of my contact information is linked in the post below. Would love to hear from you there. Of course, as always, I appreciate each and every one of you for sticking around to the end of this video. Until the next one, see you next time.